Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Moonday, and in today's reading we're going to find out what is your soul's true calling. So this is going to be, I think, a little bit of a longer reading because I'm using quite a few of my decks. So it's not going to be like 10 minutes and that's it. I think it's going to be a little bit longer, so prepare yourself for that. As usual, there is a few things I wanted to say before I even start. So number one, thank you so much to everyone who has liked my videos, has subscribed to my channel, who has left me a comment. You guys are truly amazing, and thank you so much for being here with me. You really make my day, so I'm really extremely grateful to all of you. Number two, I am an intuitive reader, which means I don't just stick to the meanings from the books. So if you don't like this kind of I don't know, reading, you know, the way of reading, then you know, you don't have to stick with it. Number three is that this is a general reading, and obviously not everything is going to resonate with you, so take whatever does resonate with you and your situation and simply leave the rest. If you don't like this kind of content in general, you can always click off of this video and find a content on YouTube or anywhere else that you will enjoy much more. So you know, I don't want any negativity or any hate going on because you just don't like tarot readings, or you don't believe in this kind of things. You know, you're free to watch whatever you want, so just saying. And I think this is it. If I sound a little bit off, that's because I'm ill again, and I did think it was some kind of a cold or a flu, but it's actually my sinuses. So hey, because they give me the same symptoms, so I'm sorry for that. Anyways, let's just go with it. So if you don't know how do these kind of readings work, let me quickly explain you. We've got three groups of cards. Group number one with the crystal quartz, group number two with the green aventurine, and group number three with the opalite. And you can pause this video right now and you choose one group of cards. You can choose by number, by crystal, by your intuition, by using a pendulum, meditating, whatever whatever method works best for you. And whenever you're ready, the timestamps are going to be in the description box down below, so you can go straight to your group. So without any further ado, I am going to start with the group number one. Hello group number one, I hope you're doing well. So let me remind you, today we are asking the cards about what is your soul's true calling. What is your soul's true calling? And this is the crystal quartz group. So let's see, what do we have for you guys? We have the summer solstice radiance. We have the clairaudience with Archangel Zadkiel. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. Okay, we have the maybe cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. We have simplicity. And we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. So group number one, The first thing I'm getting for you guys is that quite a lot of you do have these kind of healer-like energy in you. You are someone who I'm trying to find the right words to explain that, but I'm getting someone like a counselor. I'm getting someone like spiritual healer for some reason. I'm getting someone who is using their gifts to help other people deal with a very difficult situation in their lives, dealing with traumas in their lives. We do have this 10 of Swords in reverse, so these swords are coming out of this person. They're not stabbing them, they're coming out. So whatever happened, you know, in the past to you or to other people, that was it. That was the rock bottom, and from now on it can only get better. From now on no one will be adding the swords into you, your back or other people's backs. From now on the swords are going to be taken out one by one. So I'm getting that you're someone, once again, who has got this inner radiance about themselves, has got this radiance about you and your aura, that your personality is very warm, that your personality is very caring. What else can I say? Well, with that card, I'm also getting that, you know, your soul's like true calling, true purpose is to actually be the, like, this ray of sunshine to other people, to cheer them up, to help them, you know, getting out from difficulties in their life through giving them like, I don't know, some kind of, I don't want to say advice, but if you do work as therapist, psychologist, counselor, anything like that, or you have been thinking about it, well, you would do great in those fields, because you're somebody who radiates this warmth, radiates this positivity and positive energy, even if you might not be feeling it right now, because people go through different things and different stages in life. So you might be thinking like, oh, everybody tells me I'm a negative person, I'm a pessimist, I always see everything in very negative light, things like that. But this inner radiance is within you. You just probably need to discover that. And how to discover that would be mostly through the clairaudience. This is a really amazing card. Clairaudience is the clear hearing. It is a spiritual gift, one of the clairs that you know, helps you, definitely helps you hear things, you know, helps you discover things through the healing, I wanted to say. See, the healing thing is very strong within this reading, because it's on my mind all the time. But we've got this clairaudience, which helps you hear all these great things. So sometimes you just need to probably tune a little bit more into your intuition, maybe meditate, maybe you know, you can always try to develop the clairaudience There is a lot of books on that. I'm sure there is tons of videos on YouTube and things like that with the exercises on how to help you develop some of your clear senses, like the clairaudience, for example, in your case. So just try it. You know, you're not gonna lose anything. If you feel like this is not for you, or if you think, you know, that oh, this is not working, maybe this is not for you. But with this group, the clairaudience is very, very strong. So you know, your guides, your angels, you know, gods, goddesses, however you want to call the higher power, they will help you through the clairaudience. You know, it says, notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. When it says from other people, that means sometimes, you know, you might be having some kind of troubles, problems, difficulties going on in your life, and you know, all of a sudden you hear somebody just on the streets just talking about something like that, and you know, and just telling, I don't know, somebody else, you know, like, oh, how did they deal with that, would help them. So this is a part of clairaudience as well, because you are kind of tuning into that, so you will be hearing even things from other people that might be able to help you. So this is something that will, you know, catch your attention, you know, and you will hear something like this. Obviously it might be also inside of you, you know, because when we are thinking about something, when we have this inner, let's say, dialogue with ourselves in our mind, we can tell which thoughts are actually ours, and we can tell that this inner voice is ours or it's not ours. So if you start hearing a voice that is different from your own in your head, but it has to be a positive voice. This is your guides and this is your clairaudience ability coming through. But yeah, it is only like it does say the loving guidance, you know, the positive voice, positive thoughts, positive advices, you know, because if it's negative, it normally comes from our ego. The positive ones, they're totally different than ours, would be coming from well, let's say the spiritual world, from the universe. We also have cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels and emotions. What I am getting through that is that for some of you, you might be at the moment in the lower energy cycle. But you need to know that this is something that is going to change and is going to go. You know, you might be in this transition from the low energy cycle to the high energy cycle, from living in a mundane 3D world to ascending to higher realms, to the 4D, 5D, whatever, you know. So this is something that I'm getting for you guys. A lot of you in this group number 1 are spiritually awakening right now. So this cycle of your life, this time of your life where you have been only living in a mundane, when you have been only living in this, like I was saying, 3D material world, is over, is changing. You know, it's time for a new cycle for you, the time for a more spiritual cycle, the time for you to awaken your abilities, time for you to awaken your well, let's say superpowers. You know, it's time for you to finally understand, you know, that no matter what happens in your life, it can't get worse than it was. From now on, it can only be better. This cycle, because also number 10 in tarot is the end of some kind of cycle, so this is also the end of the negative cycle, the end of the difficult cycle, and it is the beginning of something new, the beginning of new cycle, the beginning of new lesson. And what I'm getting is that you also need a little bit more of simplicity in your life, that you're overcomplicating everything, you're overthinking everything, you used to basically make everything seem a little bit harder than it really was. So this new cycle of your life needs more simple approach from you, because I'm getting that to actually be able to evolve, you know, to evolve your soul, to get into this higher level, higher dimensions. You need simpler approach. I'm also getting that for some of you is also linked to your financial situations, that maybe you are buying stuff or subscribing to things that you really don't need in your life. They are really just, well, you really don't need them, you know. They are just creating more chaos in your life and more difficulties and more problems, you know. You don't need them, you're just getting them because, I don't know, because you like spending money or something like that. But this new cycle of your life, this new cycle for your soul wants you to be a little bit more simplistic with everything you do, with the way you spend money, with the way you live. I don't know why, for some of you I'm also getting that you're buying way too much food and you're wasting this, you know. So you're overbuying again things, and then, you know, they get bad and you have to throw them out. So living more simple life is something that your soul is asking you for. Is there anything else I can get for you? Well, if I wanted to summarize it a little bit, is that your soul's true calling is that change, you know, that change in you, that change in your thinking, that change in your in how you perceive things. So you need to, you know, your soul is asking you for more simplicity, is asking you to be a little bit more on the positive side, a little bit more in tune with yourself and your abilities, and to trust the divine, trust the guidance that's, you know, this is a new cycle for you, for your soul, for your life. You know, the fact you're watching this video right now is not what is it called, it's not like accidental, you know. You're meant to watch this, so it will help you awaken these different thoughts in your life as well, and different way or ways that you can actually help your soul ascend, because ascension is your soul's true calling. Ascension is what your soul is telling you to do in this life. So helping others, you know, finding out how to develop your clairaudience if you're into that, and live a more simplistic life, and like I said, change your approach a little bit more positive. That will help you a lot. So this is all I've got for you, group number 1, and I do hope it was helpful. If you did like it, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I try to post new video every Friday. Also leave me a comment, tell me how it did resonate with you, and thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello group number 2, I hope you're doing well. So let me remind you, today we are going to find out what is your soul's true calling, and this is the green Aventurine group. So let's just see what we've got for you. Ooh, we have Hello from Heaven with Archangel Azrael. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. Beautiful. We have Sulis. Bodies of water. Spend time near water such as lake, river or the ocean to recharge your batteries. Okay. We have Island, which is the solitude. We have Encounter. And we have the Page of Wands. Okay, I'm getting 2 messages, incredibly strong, and they're coming so easily that I'm just like, wow. 2 things. First thing is water. We do have 2 cards that are showing us water. Well, obviously the one that says bodies of water, and the island, which is surrounded by water. That is actually also linked to this second thing I wanted to talk about, so let me tell you quickly. Water in a lot of cultures is very spiritual. Is a kind of, it could be a gateway to a different realm. It could be a gateway to the realm of spirits, positive spirits, negative spirits, spirits of your of the loved ones that have passed. But in a lot of like folklore, in stories, you'll find that there is something about water that is very spiritual. They can be very dangerous, but also if you know how to work with water and what is spirits, you can awaken this very powerful powers, basically. There is also something like a water scrying, so if you are into this kind of things, you might actually try to read more about it, or just find, you know, whatever information about something like that. But to me, water is extremely spiritual element. I don't know why I'm getting this image from the film Constantine with Keanu Reeves, where for him to, well, okay, that might not actually, you might not like what I'm saying, but I don't know, I did get this image, so I'm going to tell you about it. You know, when he had to basically go to like visit hell, yeah, and for that he actually needed I think it was like a bowl of water, you know, and he had to sit with his feet in water to get to that. Also to help, you know, this other girl to reawaken her abilities to see things from other dimensions, you know, to see like, okay, we'll say like demons and stuff, and to reawaken her psychic abilities. He basically submerged her also in water till she almost drowned. But that was the whole thing. I'm not telling you to do any of those, but for some reason this image just popped in my head. So I don't know, maybe some of you will kind of understand what I'm talking about through that reference. Okay, this is it. And by the way, I love Constantine, and I think there should be more parts with Keanu Reeves in it. I don't know, thumbs up if you agree. So speaking about the spirit world and the other dimensions, some of you do have the ability of the mediumship. So this is what I wanted to say as well. We do have this hello from heaven card. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. Yeah, that's one. Your ancestors are trying to tell you that, you know, you're on the right path. You're on the right path. And we have this card of encounter, and we have the Page of Wands, which to me is always somebody who is delivering messages. So if you have ever been interested in things like mediumship or some kind of spiritual path like this, for some of you could be just working with what's a scrying. Sorry for that. Then I'm sure you will be very successful in that. The spirit is trying to tell you that you have these really amazing abilities, and basically this is the main message I'm seeing for you guys. Like with the group number 1, I did have a few things basically going on, but with you is like this one theme, the theme of water and spirituality, being awakened through the water, and the mediumship, passing the messages from other people. You might have encountered, you know, like different spirits without even realizing that. This is what I'm getting for some of you. We do have these butterflies on this card. Can you see them? And in some cultures, I also know that, you know, they do believe that butterflies are the souls of people who passed away, you know, the souls of people, you know, of your loved ones, of people like of your ancestors who passed away. So the butterflies can mean something like that, and they're very spiritual. They're very well, yeah, spiritual. So for a lot of you, I'm getting that your kind of job, you know, in this world is to be delivering messages to other people from their loved ones, from the spirit realm, from the spirit world, and working with water as well, with the water elementals, with water spirits, with water gods, goddesses, with you know, just water in general. Also for, I'm getting that for a lot of you, if you are feeling stressed, or you feel like you know, life is too much at the moment, get somewhere around the water, spend time near water, such as lake, river, or the ocean, to recharge your batteries. So literally, you know, to kind of reset yourself and reset your energy levels and everything. Just go near water, you know, whatever is available for you. But that would help you a lot. That would help you feel more tranquil, more calm, more peaceful. If you can, because I'm getting for some of you, if you can meditate around the water, that is amazing as well. If you don't have any access to water, like it does say, like lakes, rivers, etc., etc., just have a bath, a nice relaxing bath with, I don't know, the bath salts and you know, something like that, you know, or like your own kind of like a spa day, because your body needs this kind of thing to recharge. What what I'm also getting, but this is for a very small number of you watching this. We do have this island that says solitude. So for some of you who decide to follow this very spiritual path of mediumship, of contacting the spirit world, of working with water, like I was saying, of opening yourself a little bit more to the spirit realm, it's going to be a very solitary path. It doesn't mean you will be alone on this road, but you need to prepare yourself that it will demand you to be quite, I don't know how to say that. Okay, some of you might be a little bit misunderstood, especially if, like I said, you're gonna choose this path. So it might seem like a little bit of a lonely way, lonely road, when it's just you and yourself and spirits. But it doesn't mean it's going to be like that forever. Also, for some of you, I'm getting that to kind of awaken your abilities and kind of awaken yourself, you need solitude, because maybe you're being surrounded by too many people, too many energies, too much negativity, you know, because the energies maybe in your workplace are very negative. Maybe people you are encountering on daily basis, they're very negative, and they're kind of like this dark clouds over here. They're kind of trying to suck you in and suck your light into this darkness, and you know, make you be one of them and be like them, just be negative and just hateful and you know, closed to spirituality and all the other realms, you know, being like a thick-headed individual. So I'm getting that, you know, to also to kind of be able to get back on the right track, you need a little bit of solitude. You need to take time off, and you need to be away from this negativity and negative people. For some of you, I'm getting the energy vampires. So you know, I know it sounds a little bit, you know, I don't know, you know, whatever. It sounds a little bit like from a fantastic kind of science fiction reading or something, you know. But people like energy vampires do exist. Not every energy vampire know that they are like this. Not everyone is going to call themselves like this, but these are the people that when you're around them, you feel like your energy is going like totally away, and you all of a sudden might feel very tired, you know, like, I don't know, sleepy. You might feel like the whole energy, even though like a moment ago you were like happy and, I don't know, full of stamina or whatever, you know, it just disappeared once that person came around, because they're feeding off of you. They might not be realizing that, because there are some energy vampires who don't realize that they're doing that to other people. Some people sadly do realize that and are still going to be doing that, because it helps them to maintain high energy levels. So be aware of that, and try to, if you notice something like that, try to step away. You know, there's also a lot of techniques in books, and I'm sure YouTube as well, internet, everywhere, and how to protect yourself from something like that. So to summarize that, spend time with water if you're into water magic, water scrying, these kind of things. You know, you might try to research that a little bit more, get a little bit more interested in that, because that would do you good. Also, the spirit realm and mediumship, delivering messages from the spirits to other people if you're into that. So this is what I'm getting for you, group number 2. Your soul's true calling is something like that, helping other people through communication with the spirit world. Yes. So this is all I've got for you, group number 2, and I hope it was helpful. If you did like it, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I try to post new video every Friday. Also, leave me a comment, tell me how it did resonate with you, and thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello, group number 3, I hope you're doing well. So let me remind you, today we're finding out what is your soul's true calling, and this is the Opalite group. Yeah. I know I wanted to say something and then I instantly forgot what it was, so maybe it will come back to me. But anyways, let's just see what is your soul's true calling. So we have the autumnal equinox release. Okay. We have the angel therapy with Archangel Raphael. Give your cares and worries to us, angels, and allow us to take your burdens. So this is basically another card of releasing things. We have Pele with the divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? Very interesting. We have the truth card once again, and we have the 6 of Wands in reverse. And again, just like in the previous group, there's 2 very strong messages, and we can literally divide them. So the first one, release and angel therapy. So, okay. At the moment, I'm getting that you are carrying too much on yourself. You've got some burdens that like feel very heavy, and even though you might not realize that, they're very unnecessary in your life. This is not something that you should be carrying on your shoulders. This is something that makes you feel like you're not winning in life. Like whatever you do, you're failing at this. You know, whatever new thing you try to manifest, it's not working. Whatever new thing you're trying to do, to pick up, whether it's, I don't know, a job or even like a hobby or something, you know, small, something big, you feel like it is ending as a failure. It is ending in a not very positive way. It is ending in, you know, I'm getting that for some of you, you know, when it comes to your hobbies, you're first getting very excited. You are buying a lot of things related to that, and in the end, what happens, you feel like you have wasted money, you have wasted time, you have wasted your effort because it didn't work out in general. Also, for some of you, I'm getting that some past relationships are still like a heavy burden in your heart, in your soul, that you didn't let go, that you haven't released them. So this is only a part of your soul's calling right now. because for you to get to the second part, you need to first do the work of releasing things, of releasing this negative impacts in your life, of releasing the negativity, the negative energy, the negative thinking, because I'm getting that some of you might be massive pessimists that even before you start something, you're basically self-sabotaging the whole outcome by being like, oh, you know, like I might start this new job, but I'm not gonna like it anyways, you know, I'm not gonna be good at this, or something like that. So your angels, your guides, gods, goddesses, universe, however you want to call your higher power, is telling you, give your cares and worries to us and allow us to take your burdens. Release your burdens. Release the fear of failure. Release the fear of negativity, of negative outcomes in your life. Release your past. Release the past relationships, your past lovers, your past friends, your past bosses from different works that you might have not been getting along with. Release that. Don't live in the past. It's time to move on. So this is something for you to do right now. This is a task you have been given by your soul, you know. Release that, you know, release the pain, release the rejection from the past, release the fears, release the worries. You know, I'm not saying that, oh, you know, like completely don't worry about anything and I don't know, spend your life savings in this minute because you don't have to worry about crap, you know, in your life. It's not like that, you know. Be, you know, be smart about this. But I'm talking about the past experiences, the past, I don't know, well, mostly experiences, you know, that might have not been very positive for you, that's, you know, scarred you really deeply. It is the time to, you know, pass this on your angels, on your guides. It is the time to move on for you, for your soul. So once you do this, I'm also getting all of a sudden meditation and hypnotherapy. So if you have been thinking about something like that, to kind of release the stress and worries and everything, even from like day-to-day life, you might try that. I'm also getting yoga for some of you if you think that would help to live a slightly worry-less life, then, you know, go for it. But once you do this, we have the truth, and we have be honest with yourself. So that means be truthful with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? So once you let go of the past, once you let go of all the worries, once you let go of the things you have been worrying about, you have been thinking about every day, maybe, like I was saying before about, you know, not being able to be very successful in different things you're doing in life, you will be able to find out what is that your heart truly desires, what is that your heart really wants, what is that your soul really wants. You will be able to discover the truth. And I'm getting the truth about yourself, because you have not been living in the truth, and you have not been living in up to your true potential. the previous two groups, I'm not gonna lie, were quite spiritual, you know. For those of you who have chosen the group number 3, I'm getting that by far you have been living in a very material, traditional, 3D, mundane dimension, world, realm, whatever you want to call it. But we are all spiritual, and what I wanted to say is that I think personally that everyone's true soul's purpose is more spiritual than we think. So if you ask me, I'm not going to tell you that your soul's purpose is to make, I don't know, 10 billion pounds, dollars, euros per year, because this is going to help your soul to grow. It might be somewhere like along your path, you know, to make a lot of money. I'm not saying that making money is wrong. No, I'm quite opposite. I don't subscribe to the belief that money is bad. I think money is really good, especially if you know how to spend it well. You know, because there's a lot of people who have a lot of money and they are not necessarily bad people or negative people or people we despise, because why would we? You know, they just have more money than us, which is amazing. Like, I would love to make much more money than I do right now, and I think my life would have been much more, you know, happy. I'm not saying that, oh, because I don't make, I don't know, £10,000 a month, that makes me a very unhappy person, or, you know, my life is a fail. But just saying, you know, like, if I did, I wouldn't mind, you know. I would still be doing the tarot readings and the card readings and these videos for you guys, because I love it, and this is one, this is a part of my soul's purpose. But yeah, coming back to your reading, sorry for that digression. You will find out what your own personal truth is, what beliefs you want to subscribe to. It doesn't have to be religious beliefs, by the way. It could be anything. You know, you might just start to believe in that, you know, the 5 minutes meditation every morning is something that will bring you more peace into your life, will bring you more happiness and positivity and whatever. You might find out that your truth is that, I don't know, having a mango smoothie every afternoon after work is, you know, the best way to boost your immune system. You know, anything like that, you know. It could be something that small, or could be something much bigger and much more well, much bigger, basically. You know, like I said, it could be like this smoothie every afternoon, or it could be that, you know, going to Reiki classes, you know, and become a Reiki healer, and doing something like that is your truth. Your truth might be, I don't know, letting your children choose whatever career path they want to take. You know, maybe you have always wanted your child to be a surgeon, but they're telling you, no, I want to be a hairstylist, and you're like, no, you're going to be a surgeon. You know, maybe this is how you're going to find your truth. It could be anything. But you will be able to discover that once you release all the negative beliefs, once you release the past, once you release basically everything that is holding you in this 3D world. You'll be able to discover your truth, and you'll be able also to discover what is your heart's true desire. And now coming back to money for a moment, because I just had this revelation in my mind that once you discover the truth and release everything and blah blah blah, you will find out that your heart's true desire and your truth is the way to go. Money-wise, business-wise. You might be someone who is going to have their own business. Quite possible, spiritual business. You could be, like I was giving you the example for a moment before, like Reiki healer. You could be a tarot reader. You could be, I don't know, the energy healer, aura reader, numerologist. You could be someone, just, I don't know, an entrepreneur who's got the very spiritual background, who knows how to help other people discover their true truths and discover their true heart desires. So I don't know, I feel like it is a little bit vague for this group, but the truth is, I can't and I will not tell you what to do, because you need to discover that on your own. You need to discover that by yourself. What is that you really want? What is that you're very passionate about? You're honestly passionate about, that will help you, you know, not only get the money you deserve, because this is now that in my mind, on my mind, sorry, but also it's going to help you live the way you were supposed to live from the very beginning. You need to discover that by yourself. No one else can do it for you. And it's not just me. It's, I don't know, you want to go to, I don't know, any tarot reader, whatever. But the thing is, we can't tell you what to do. We can give you some advice, but you need to find out for yourself what is that you really want from life, and go for it. Okay, group number 3. This is all I've got for you, and I hope it was helpful. If you did like it, please don't forget to give me thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I try to post a new video every Friday. Also leave me a comment, tell me how it did resonate with you. And thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.